Hey everybody, welcome to Around the Twist episode, 278. It's December 28th, 2016, and you're getting the the Sans makeup still in recovery phase post-holiday me. Yesterday, the 27th, I got taken out by some kind of 12-hour GI virus and it sucked. So I'm still feeling a little weak, not quite myself, but it's Wednesday, so here I am for you guys. So I did not do any show notes. I have a whiny Phoebe under my feet. We're gonna wing it. Here we go. What I have on my needles, I have knit on one thing. One thing. That's it. I have a new knitting bag though. Ordered this a while ago and I was having a bad day at work. From Tangerine Designs, the lovely Casey. It is her Cold Sheep bag. And the inside's fun too. It's pink. So I think I kind of explained this last week for our work Christmas party. I didn't really have a white elephant gift to take along. So I made a gift certificate entitling the receiver to one hat, scarf, shawl, cowl, slippers, I think were the 5 options that I gave. And our head and our administrative assistant in the front office, Barb, got my gift certificate that I had disguised by wrapping it around a can of beans out of my pantry and then wrapping it up. So she immediately placed her order, said she wanted she asked me what all the different things were, and I explained a cowl, and she's like, oh, I don't know, and I was like, or you can make a longer one so it's more like an infinity scarf. Yeah, that! Okay, what colors? Well, she loves pink because she's a breast cancer survivor, and she's like, black, white, gray. I had the perfect yarn in my stash from Yarn Pirate. This is a very, very deep stash diving. I mean, it's probably 8-ish years old. It is the colorway Pretty Pirate. It's her 100% superwash merino fingering weight. And so I picked out a pattern. I can't talk. I'm not organized. Wow, maybe I shouldn't have recorded this week. The pattern is called Copilot Cowl by Dominique Trad. It is a free pattern over on Ravelry, so feel free to head over there and get it if you are so inclined. Very easy, very intuitive pattern so far. The only trick is you do need a kitchen scale to weigh it as you go. And also since it's free, I don't feel like I'm giving away the secret sauce. There's supposedly a 260 stitch cast on. Well, I did a long tail cast on. I got 250 stitches and I had about 6 inches of tail left, which is just enough to weave in, but not enough to get 10 more stitches out of. So you can go 260 or any iteration of 2. So 250 is fine because it's divisible by 2. So far, and I started off, I did weigh it. I wrote out the pattern because at the time, my printer was not working. I have since gotten my printer to work. Yay! But you can kind of see it here. Knitting it on a US 6, which I believe is a 4.0. When I first weighed my skein, it was 116 grams. So you knit the edging and then you weigh the skein again. I had used 10 grams for my skein, for my edging, so I know when I get down to 10 grams left that I need at least 10 grams at the other end to do the border and the bind off. Should be easy enough. And then you do this little mesh thing in here. I don't know how, that's not very easy to see. Which is what I'm working on right now. 10 repeats of a 2-row pattern, and then you do garter stitch for a bit, do 10 repeats of the 2-row pattern, garter stitch, 10 repeats of the 2-row pattern, do the border, which is just the garter stitch section again, and bind off. So hopefully she likes it. I hope. she was very excited to get, Barb was very excited to get this as a white elephant gift. So yeah, that's the one thing that I've been knitting on. It's been mindless enough for me to work on it, even though I barely touched it yesterday. And I had only cast on the night before. So it's my one thing I've been knitting. I do have 2 FOs of the week, because in case you didn't see my spoiler alert for last week's show, I finished the toddler socks. They were finished in time for Christmas, and now the twins won't wear them. Of course, toddlers. I take that back. Tara wore hers for all of about 2 hours yesterday, and then she took them off. So the pattern is Genevieve's Tube Socks by the lovely Cute Knitter and Gigi Darling of the Knitmore Girls. Pattern's the same for both. I did use the larger size. Tara's are out of the Lollipop Yarns Gripe base in Some Like It Hot. Gabe's are out of Friday Studios Monday base in Science Fiction. And yeah, I knit them up on a US 1 2.25 millimeter needle, and I think Tara's ended up being 19 stripes and Gabe's were 17 stripes, but they're the same length just because the stripes were wider on this one. So those were done in time for Christmas. They actually went into their stockings, so they opened them up on Christmas Day. And yeah, that's it. That's all I've done. That's sad. So sad. Gonna try to do one question from the Any Questions thread. See, look at me. This is gonna be a short show, and yeah, I haven't even taken a drink of coffee. We're 7 minutes in. Wow. This is how sick I was yesterday. I didn't even drink coffee yesterday. Yeah. You know I'm sick when I don't drink coffee. So, the question is from ACP over on Ravelry. With the 10th anniversary of Ravelry coming up, what patterns from the website do you consider classic, and have you knitted any of them? Classics. I don't know per se that are just on Ravelry that I would say. Classic knitting patterns, sock-wise, the Monkey Socks by Cookie A. Those will always be a classic for me. Enough to keep your brain engaged, but also look fairly impressive. And I haven't found a yarn that it doesn't look good in. Shawl-wise, personally, I liked the Color Affection. Again, mindless enough, but then with 3 colors, it keeps your brain engaged. A lot of people have liked the Babel hat, which I haven't knit up myself. I don't know what else I consider classic. I guess my brain's not functioning. Obviously, I didn't research this a whole lot before I started. Chime in. What do you guys think is classic stuff I haven't knit? Because I tend to get stuck in a knitting rut and do the same things over and over once I find something I like. So what sounds good? What do you consider? Chime in on the episode thread. What do you think is a classic pattern that's available on Ravelry that you think people should knit? I would say the Clapotis, but that was more on Knitty before Ravelry started. Trying to think what else. I'm drawing a blank. I'm sorry. So hopefully you agree with that, and if not, everyone please chime in on the episode thread. Let me know what you think is a classic. I might get some ideas for something to knit. Yeah, I've got a very needy Phoebe. Do you want to come up and say hi? Come over here. Come here. Come on, fat dog. They haven't seen you in a while. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ready? Oh, fat dog. Here we go. Let's get some Phoebe. Ugh. There we go. There's a Phoebe. No, you're not going to look at them. You're going to look at me. Hey, look out here. There's a Phoebe. There's my fat dog. Yeah. See, I'm still healthy. I'm still here. I'm a whiner, but I'm still here. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to drag this out any longer for you guys. I'm sorry. It's so short and so terrible. And oh, goodness. I shouldn't have even bothered to record this week. I'm sorry. I guess I'll see you guys next week. And until then, hopefully, happy knitting.